This is the chilling story of Kara Robinson, a teenager who outsmarted a serial killer. In 2002, 15-year-old Kara was watering plants in her friend's front yard in West Columbia, South Carolina. A man drove up, put a gun to her neck, and forced her into a large plastic storage bin in the back of his car. Her abductor was Richard Evans, a man who had already murdered 3 teenage girls. For 18 terrifying hours, Kara was held captive in his apartment. He drugged and assaulted her. But through it all, Kara's survival instinct kicked in. She decided to memorize everything she could about him in his apartment. Kara paid attention to every detail. The brand of his cigarettes, the type of toothpaste he used, the magnets on his fridge, even the serial number on the storage bin he kept her in. She noticed he had a doctor's appointment scheduled. She listened to his conversations, learning his name was Richard. She even counted the number of turns he made while driving her from the abduction site to his apartment. Trying to map the route in her head, she was gathering intelligence, turning herself from a victim into a detective. Kara knew that her memory was her most powerful weapon. She needed to survive not just for herself, but to make sure he couldn't hurt anyone else. While he was asleep, Kara made her move. She managed to slip out of her restraints a pair of handcuffs and leg irons. She knew she only had one chance. Quietly, she tiptoed to the front door, unlocked it, and ran. She just ran and ran until she saw the headlights of a car. She flagged it down, and the people inside took her to the sheriff's department. When she arrived, Kara didn't just give a vague description of her attacker. Instead, she unloaded a flood of specific, detailed information. She described his appearance, his car, and the layout of his apartment, right down to the little things most people would overlook in such a traumatic situation. The police were astounded by her recall. Using the details Kara provided, they were able to quickly identify the suspect as Richard Evans. They had already been investigating him in connection with the disappearances of 3 other girls: Sophia, Kristen, and Katie. Kara's testimony was the key that unlocked the entire case. It provided the direct evidence they needed to move in. When police swarmed his apartment, they found it exactly as Kara had described. They discovered the storage bin, the restraints, and a locked footlocker filled with evidence linking him to the other murders, including newspaper clippings about the missing girls and a death kit with weapons and ligature. But Ivanic was gone. Realizing Kara had escaped, he fled. A high-speed chase ensued across state lines into Florida. When police finally cornered him, Ivanic ended his own life rather than face justice. He left behind a note confessing to the murders of the 3 girls, confirming what police had long suspected. Kara's bravery had not only saved her own life, but it also brought an end to a serial killer's reign of terror and provided closure for the families of his victims. Without her incredible memory and courage, Ivanic might have continued to evade capture and hurt more people. The story doesn't end there. Kara Robinson's ordeal transformed her life's purpose. She went on to work in law enforcement herself, becoming a school resource officer and an investigator for the Richland County Sheriff's Department in the Child Exploitation and Abuse Unit. She dedicated her career to helping other victims, using her own harrowing experience to connect with and support them. She understood their trauma in a way few others could. Her story is a powerful testament to the strength of the human spirit and the importance of never giving up hope, even in the darkest of times. Today, Kara Robinson Chamberlain is a motivational speaker and victim advocate. She shares her story to inspire others and to educate law enforcement and the public on trauma response and survival. She often talks about the survival mindset, explaining how focusing on what you can control can make all the difference. She didn't just survive, she actively fought back with her mind. She turned a terrifying situation into a mission. Her ability to stay calm and observant under unimaginable pressure is what makes her story so remarkable. Kara's case has been featured in numerous documentaries and TV shows, serving as a powerful educational tool. It highlights the importance of paying attention to your surroundings and trusting your instincts. For law enforcement, it is a case study in the value of victim testimony and the incredible detail a traumatized person can sometimes recall. Kara broke the stereotype of a helpless victim. She was an active participant in her own rescue and in bringing a killer to justice. She reminds us that even in our most vulnerable moments, we can possess an inner strength we never knew we had. The legacy of Kara's story is one of resilience and empowerment. She has taken the worst day of her life and used it to build a platform for positive change. She works to ensure that other survivors are heard, believed, and given the resources they need to heal. She is a living example that it is possible to not only overcome trauma, but to use that experience to make the world a safer place for others. Her journey from captive to champion is a powerful reminder that heroes can be found in the most unexpected places. Kara Robinson didn't just escape a monster. She helped unmask him and, in doing so, became a beacon of hope for countless others.